Alrighty, yo guys, Beast back with some more Beast content. Today is going to be a Salvage Frigate data farm. So the first thing you're going to want to do is play 3 hours into the game, warp 5 times to any system. On the 5th warp, you will encounter a pirate battle. So that is what we are doing now. Do note, if it is a 3-star galaxy, there's a higher chance of you also getting an S-Class freighter out of this whole shebang. So, now that we have found it, first of all, I instantly started attacking the ship like a maroon, when what I really suggest for you to do is just to jettison away as far as you can using your hyperdrive, get away from the ship, and then pull out your own personal freighter. As you can see here, though, this pirate battle has a ton of frigates with cargo pods and everything. These have a chance of having Salvage Frigate data on it. We're going to be creating a restore point, allowing us to reload this mission at any point. I've shown this previously for many farms. This thing is just so darn helpful. Using your freighter as a restore point has a handful of uses, but this is going to be one of them. So once we have spawned our freighter, we're going to go to a space station. That's what you're going to need to do. We're going to go to the teleporter, and we're going to teleport out of this system. You don't want to be in this system for just a second. After this, we are going to be going right back to the freighter. But as you can see here, I teleported to my settlement, which is in a different system. So that gave us a base teleporter with infinite power at the settlement. That's why you want a settlement, guys. If you don't got one by now, get one before the expedition's next part releases. Also, I just want to mention 46%. Anywho, as we were saying here, this is now my personal freighter. We have spawned here. I don't actually have a teleport room in my personal freighter yet, though at the end of the video, we will be unlocking it. Unfortunately, it needed amino chambers, which weren't available in this galaxy, so we'll have to be doing some portal warping and not moving our freighter, because I want to hang on to this until I get my salvage data upgrades maxed out. So all of these cargo pods on all of these ships, including some of the small ships, all have a chance of having Salvage Frigate data in them. You can actually see what's in them when reading them. I kind of just shot at a whole bunch of them just because, you know, we also want some chromatic material. As you can see here, this is like 50 chromatic metal, gold, uranium, all sorts of things, guys. Cogs that can be sold for credits, all sorts of things. So the next thing I actually decided to do, and what I suggest for you to do, is to dedicate a storage container room, which you will be able to build straight out of the gate without having to unlock, to just being able to store the items that you already have in your exosuit inventory, so that you don't run out of any inventory storage. After this, you are going to be able to leave your freighter again and continue to attack them. You just want to attack them until you either destroy them all, if you're after every single thing they have, or until they give you Salvage Frigate data. Now, I know you're worried, oh, but what about standing? Well, first of all, you need to get yourself a passport. I will be covering how to reset standing and also a reset or a standing farm. This can be used as a standing farm too, due to the fact that this mission continuously respawns, and you can just keep turning the mission in and then reloading the restore point by spawning onto your freighter over and over, causing you to be able to get +2 standing every single time you do it, with it literally taking 2 minutes or however long your loading times are. Super duper convenient here, so don't even worry about standing, guys. We will be resetting our standing in this system once we get a forged passport. However, I'm not going to be doing this in this video. I know that kind of sucks. I know you want to fix your standing. You're so worried about it. I mean, do it in a raceless galaxy if you have to get these, guys. That's the other thing. You could find a galaxy on your 5th warp that doesn't have a race. It should still be a battle. It should still have a freighter. So you should still be able to create the restore point. The other thing to note is these freighters do have a chance of being S-Class, so you might actually want to be landing on the primary freighter and checking its class before attacking the cargo pods. However, if you are just after Salvage Frigate data, you can just target the pods that have Salvage Frigate data. Go back to your freighter, or the freighter that you're actually attacking right now. You can actually go onto the capital ship and land there, and then come back out, and the sentinels will be gone, and everything will be okay again. So, as you can see here, the next thing I did was go to a space station. I wanted to cover something here real quickly with this vendor guy here, because I showed it in the last video, but I didn't talk about it. Where you can get dihydrogen jelly, which can be smelted down into bulk dihydrogen. Will actually be from most Starship vendors. Also, some stations actually sell dihydrogen at like 150 dihydrogen gel, which is like, you know, 10-20,000 dihydrogen being sold just directly to you. All they do is load it into your smelter refiner on the, you know, freighter that we're working on here. Which also, the refiner room's also unlocked by default on your freighter. You're also going to be getting materials that you can use to actually build rooms in your freighter and actually build things on your freighter, so it's also just helping you with resources too. This is also a resource farm. Once again, you can also farm cargo bulkheads using this method. Just don't attack the freighter, go to land directly on the freighter, speak to the captain, go to a space station or your personal freighter if you have the teleport room unlocked and built. I did unlock that while we were doing this. But as you can see here, in order to get the mission to reload, like I just said, we spawned away, we went to another galaxy, which if you had the teleport chamber on your freighter unlocked and built, you could just use the teleport chamber on your freighter. On my main save, that's how I do things. But you use the teleport chamber on your main freighter to teleport to any other base that's not in that system, and then you would teleport straight back to the freighter. We're using settlement to freighter teleport method here, where we have to go all the way to the space station until we unlock our teleporter on our freighter. Once we unlock that, we're just going to teleport to our settlement. But anyway, so I actually had 7 Salvage Frigate data modules, guys. So we unlocked the teleport chamber, which will give us a space teleporter that will teleport to space stations on our freighter as well as our bases. Super duper helpful there. We unlocked that first. Biology room, double cultivation, and nutrition room. So nutrient processor is a workbench sort of item in this game that can be built in bases, but you can also just unlock the room form of it on your freighter, as you can see here, which I'm going to be unlocking that today. I don't actually use this normally, but there are tons and tons and tons of recipes you can put into this thing to make edible food products. I think these can be like, I'm not sure what all sort of things they can do. We are going to be looking into that soon enough, but for now, I've stayed out of the nutrition room. I actually haven't been in there in the 300 plus hours I've played this game. So we also unlocked the scanner room, super important room. I will be telling you about that room later. I think it's best just if I show you what the room does when we actually get to the room. Also, like I said, I unlocked that first cultivation thing because it doesn't have planters in the center of it. The other one is double planters, so if I wanted to plant Nip Nip up here, I'd be doing it in at least double planters because I'm not doing it in dual, 2 Nip Nip plants per the room. At least 4 will be okay. It'll have some carbon, Maybe we'll make some money there, but we're gonna have to plant a bunch of them. I don't want to do that. I hate planting Nip Nip on the freighter. I love double biodomes. Most of the cosmetics are actually unlockable via nanites. The last thing we actually unlocked was some Frigate fuel 50 tones, just so we could craft this crap. Also because it will unlock the rest of the tree here. With this method, you can max out your freighter super duper easy on the Salvage Frigate module upgrades. Actually, it doesn't even take that many really, and with this method it's an hour. You're gonna max the entire thing out, no problem, guys. This was only 45 minutes of recording, and half of it was not actually doing the farm. If I was just focusing on the farm and not trying to create a video here, it'd be a little different. As you can see here, I went through and upgraded my freighter. We removed those stupid planter rooms. I complained about this in a video and I found out I could remove it, so I definitely did. Now we will just be able to harvest carbon and not accidentally be harvesting any sort of empty harvester that we don't even know what to use on our freighter. Now it's just a carbon room, only for carbon. This is our refiner. It's always in the center, and then we have around the entire setup a array of the planters without the planters in the center, just for carbon. This is the Exocraft summoning station. What that thing is going to allow you to do is actually summon your Exocrafts anywhere your freighter is summoned. So if you summon your freighter in any system, you will be able to hop into your Minotaur, your car, your anything, just because your freighter's in the system. This is my favorite part that we unlocked today. This allows resource hunting when it comes to searching multiple planets at once super duper efficiently. So let's get on into this, guys. Let me show you what this thing does. So first of all, activate it. That's what you're going to need to do. It'll do a scan sort of effect, and if you haven't discovered the planet or it hasn't already been discovered, you won't know any of this stuff by default, but it will tell you all this stuff automatically. It will tell you everything on every single planet. Like, I need basalt, and on my main save, I actually haven't found basalt yet because I never did the Salvage Frigate data farm and never did a guide over it, so I didn't want to do it yet because I maxed it out too quick. But anyway, I do believe that is all, guys. I also have fleet rooms and the normal galactic trade terminal room. But anyway, I'm out. See you. Keep it base mode. Let's go.